How did it feel to get back to practice yesterday?
It felt amazing. I don't really miss practice too often, so to be on the side and watching my teammates practice and just go through their daily routine is hard to watch, but it was good to be back and to get back in the swing of things.
Remember the last time you had to sit out?
I really honestly don't. Probably sometime in college when I rolled an ankle or something like that, but not really, no.
When you first went down with that injury on August 6th, were you initially worried, or did you know from the get-go that it probably wasn't that serious?
At first, was a little worried just because I didn't know the status of the injury. But once we looked at the X-rays and did different tests, they said it wasn't that bad. So after that, I was good.
Was it the contact with the ground that popped your shoulder out?
Yeah, just landing on it and just awkward placement, really.
I know Coach Zimmer said that he probably won't play Saturday, but he said don't hold him to it. If it were up to you, are you the kind of guy that wants to be out there, or are you going to take it cautious?
My answer will always be out there with my teammates. But whatever happens. I'm ready for whatever. That's his decision, I guess.
If you don't get any preseason reps, how do you think you'll feel going into the opener?
I didn't get any last year, so I think I'll be pretty good if I don't get any.
How'd you spend that time sitting out of practice? I mean, you say you don't miss often, but what did you do with yourself to kind of stay locked in practice and in the games?
Well, just off the injury, just getting my shoulder, feeling normal, getting that strength back up, and just getting mental reps, just watching my guys, just teaching the younger receivers, and just learning what I have to do, any new plays that go in, make sure that I know what is going on, and just be that teacher for the younger guys and make sure everybody's on their P's and Q's.
Talking about being a mentor, and you're going into just your second year this year. Is that kind of like a reminder of just how quickly you've come up in the NFL whenever you're able to kind of be that go-to guy?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, to see the things that I have done last year, and to see these new receivers coming in and asking me different questions like I am a veteran. And I mean, I like it. That means that I've done something. So to give back to them and to give them more information on, what they have to do.
Justin, what is the rehab process like for you? Are you still limited at all in terms of range of motion or anything like that?
My range of motion is pretty good now. I guess just getting a little soreness out of it, but that comes with time and just relaxing.
Did they tell you anything about the re-injury risk at all? Is it something you're gonna worry about?
ACs is so common. So pretty much probably like 90% of the guys in the locker room has ACs before. So they telling me different stories and stuff. So they telling me it's gonna linger, but just gotta hold through it.
Who are some of the players you talked to that have had the AC injury before?
Pretty much every single person in this locker room. There's no specific names. Everybody came up to me and told me their own personal stories when I had the injury. So pretty much everybody.
Did that make you feel better or worse when they told you that?
A little mixture of both, because some of these guys had some bad AC springs. So a little bad on that side, but Trainer Shug told me that it wasn't that bad. So I was pretty good.
So you like the only guy in the locker room then that's never had one, or what?
The way it seems, yeah, it's crazy. I guess it's a common injury.
Justin, you went on Patrick Peterson's podcast and said you're really looking forward to facing Jalen Ramsey this year. What do you respect about him?
He's a tremendous cornerback. To see the things that he have done throughout the league, and me being a fan of his before I came to the league. So I'm definitely looking forward to that matchup and, testing his strengths and weaknesses.
Was that disappointing to not get to face the Broncos last week and go up against guys from other teams?
Yeah, it was difficult to watch it. You know, I'm a competitor, so to see, you know, other teams come in and practice us and do one-on-ones against us, I definitely wanted to jump into it. But I understand the situation, and I mean, my health is more important.
Just other top cornerbacks in the league.
I follow them a lot. I watch a lot of football, especially when I was younger. So I know all of the veteran guys in the league. I definitely keep in tune of the new guys that come in the league that we face. So I mean, pretty much every team that we face this year, I know the corner that I'll be most likely going up against.
Can you talk about your relationship with Coach Mcardle? You guys seem to have the same personality. You guys seem to want to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, we have a strong connection. Just from him being in the league for 16 years, him having so much information to give back to us, and I mean, he's just a cool cat. He just loves to engage in his receivers, and I mean, we just like to have fun and just talk.
Showing you guys his film, or is he cool it on that?
He's trying to show us a little something. He showed us a one-hander like a week or two ago, so he's been showing us a few things.
You're still fining him?
Say it again?
Thielen said he got a fine for living in the past.
Yeah, we have a living in the past fine, so every time he go back to his little days, he got to pay that fine. I think it's like $10 right now, so.
What's he up to?
About $40.
We can afford it. Just keep telling him.
Yeah, for sure. We want him to talk about it, so he just add it and add it and add it. So we'll take the fine.
And not like you want to live in the past, but I mean, when you try to build on the body of work that you did last year, I mean, what excites you the most as far as when you look at the core of wide receivers and saying, hey, look, I can be even better than I was last year?
Yeah, well, first, I didn't really know what to expect last year, so me just going into the league blindfolded, not having any preseason or anything to really get me prepared for the NFL. But now that I had that under my belt, I kind of know what to expect going into this season. And, I mean, having the same guys that we had last year on this offense, I'm very confident and very sure that, you know, we're going to be making some big adjustments this year.
Right now, but with Dede coming in from another team, have you been able to kind of pick his brain or learn anything from him coming from that other system?
Yeah, and he's picking my brain as well. Just trying to learn the plays, trying to get used to the whole system. But he's also a funny guy. He's been with Keenan in Jacksonville, so they also have a connection going. And I mean, he just brings more excitement to our room. Way more speed, way more ability. So it's going to be crazy having all of these guys flying around the field.
You talked about studying other defensive backs, but having Patrick Peterson here, has he helped you at all in that study process, and what has that been?
Yes, he helps me a lot. I was just over by his house the other day, just picking his brain, seeing what things that he used against me to see, you know, when I'll be able to break or whenever I'll come out my routes and what things he looked for, honestly. So to hear his answer and to give me feedback on what I should and should not do, it's very, very good to have a veteran cornerback that plays me at practice.
Jordan ever tell you anything about their time together at LSU and just being teammates?
all the time. They always had these stories that they would tell me, and I mean, Pat is a tremendous athlete, so he always came by our house and threw the football around, played basketball. So yeah, they're very, very close.
Is it weird to go up against Patrick at all, just growing up around him and watching him for so long?
It's very, very weird, but I mean, it is what it is. I always said I wanted to go up against Pat in the NFL, and to now be going up against him in camp and in practice, it's very, very weird.
You said you were at his house the other day. Is he taking you kind of under his wing? Just, you know, you're up here by yourself, and are you spending a lot of time with him and his family?
I mean, Jordan's up here right now, so we was both together at his house the other day, just kicking it and just chilling, really. That was the first time, you know, I've been to his house up here, so it was good to, you know, see his home and see his family, and I mean, it's great to, you know, kick it with him and talk to him.
How
How old were you, and what do you remember about the first time you met Pat Peterson?
First time I met Pat was 2000 and I want to say 9. So I was 9 years old. 9 years old when I first met him. Seeing the different things that he has, and him switching to number 7, and him being the top corner in college football. That was honestly amazing to see, and amazing to witness, because he was a phenomenal athlete in college.
Did you get his autograph?
No, I didn't. There was so many players that I seen at LSU that I didn't get their autographs. So when I loop back around in the NFL, I'll get all of their jerseys and special things from them.
I think you'll get a chance to do a little bit more in practice today. I know you got like 1 11-on-11 and 1 7-on-7 rep.
I have no idea. As much as I want to play and practice, hopefully they'll put me in more today. Who knows?